Alright, guys, welcome back to another video. Guys, it is Sunday dinner time. I got me a nice good pot of oxtails right here. We're going to cook this thing on the stove top, guys, no oven today. So we're going to jump into this video, and I'm going to show you exactly how I get it done. Alrighty, guys, so no ingredients listed today. I just got me some nice oxtails right here. Got these nice and washed up and cleaned up. Not going to be trimming that fat on it. If you want to trim your fat, absolutely go ahead. I can't tell you guys what to do. I'm not the ruler of you. But I'm just going to get these things seasoned up, man, and get these things ready to go inside of our Dutch oven here. I'm coming to season it up with a little black pepper. Hit it with that black pepper first. Alright, then I'm going to add some of my onion powder to it. Alright, then I'm coming and add a little garlic powder. Alright, once I get this garlic powder down, I'm going to come in and add a little seasoning salt to it. You guys know I keep it really basic with my seasonings. I'm not going to overdo it with anything extra. Make sure these things are seasoned well. Alright, and we're going to just give that a flip. Get that other side seasoned up nice and good also. Then we're going to move on to getting these browned off a little bit if I could ever get it to turn over. Alright, so once I got it turned over, I just seasoned up that other side also. And then what I did is I put it inside of a Ziploc bag because I wanted it to marinate for a few hours before I actually cook it. So I just got it down inside of a Ziploc bag here. And I'm going to add me some of this W sauce to it. Alright, so once we get that in, just close it up and put it in the refrigerator for a few hours, let it marinate. Then we'll come back and brown it off. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get these things browned off. Got me a little bit of leftover vegetable oil here. I'm going to get these oxtails down inside of here. And guys, I didn't cook these the day that I intended to. I actually ended up freezing them because I didn't have what I wanted for my extra part of the meal to go with this that day. So I ended up just scrapping that entire meal. And I threw this inside of the freezer. So these are coming out of the freezer, still nice and fresh, nice and seasoned up. I'm just going to get these browned off a little bit. I don't want to crowd this pot, so I'm going to go ahead and drop just one more, the smaller ones inside of here, and we'll let those get nice and brown on one side. And then we're going to come in and give it a flip. Just like that. So I'm going to get a little color on them. Alright, give that one a nice flip. And this one is always tricky turning something over closer to me because of that doggone camera stand right over my shoulder. Alright, so we're going to let this other side get a little brownness on it. Kind of brown each side a little bit. Not too worried about it being fully brown, but this is how it looks right here. So you have a nice good brown color on it. Almost dropped it. So I'm just going to set these aside on my plate right here. We're going to get the rest of these things browned off. You see it's already building that nice good fond on the bottom of this pot. That's going to be nothing but flavor going inside of our gravy. Alright, get this last big boy out. Yeah, I'm going to come in here and start dropping the rest of it and getting those browned off. Once I have those browned off, I'll be back and we're going to start making our gravy for this. Alright, I am back. I got all of my oxtails browned off, guys. So we can go ahead and pull these out. Let's get these set aside. We had one big one left and the rest of these little small guys. We'll get all of that out. Then you see all of that nice good bits down there. We're going to just dump our onions and bell pepper in there. I had to go ahead and use that bell pepper because it was starting to turn color on me. Alright, we're just going to let those sweat down a little bit. Not going to be worried about it getting absolutely tender. This is going to cook for a few hours. So once we get it looking just like this, this was a quick camera change, huh? Quick scene change, I should say. So once we get it looking like this right here, I'm going to go ahead and add me some water inside of here, and that's going to pull up all of this goodness from the bottom of this pot. I don't want to fill it with water yet because I have to put my meat back inside of here, so I just want to add a little bit of water inside of here at first. You see all of that goodness is making our gravy for us. Already got a nice brownness to it. We'll come in and add a little bit more water. Alright, once we get that added, then we're going to season this gravy a little bit. We can't add all of that water and don't add any seasoning to it. So we're going to hit it with a little black pepper, a little bit more of this onion powder. And a little bit more of this garlic powder, not too much because I don't want to overpower it with garlic. I already put garlic on the oxtails also. Alright, then I'm going to come and add in a little bit of my better than bouillon beef base to it. Alright. Not going to put anything else in it, guys. We're just going to put that in there and give it a good mix. Let that get dissolved. Then you could always check your seasonings a little bit later and add anything else you may want to add to it. Alright, so we got that dissolved. Now the only thing left to do now is just come in here and add our oxtails back to our pot. And put your biggest ones down first, so they are closest to the heating source. Alright, I got one more kind of large one right here. Get that in there. And the rest of these we can just slide those in over the top. Get that excess juice down in there. Alright, then we just want to kind of nestle those down inside of our liquid. Get that to the side. Then I'm going to come in and top this off with water. Bring it just about over our oxtails right here. Alright, so that's perfect right there, guys. And this is going to cook just like this. I'm not going to put this in the oven or anything. What I'll do is just let it cook until it's nice and tender, and then I check my seasonings and make me a nice good flour slurry and thicken this up a little bit. But before I do anything, I gotta do it. I gotta add a little bit of this kitchen bouquet in it. I want a nice dark brown gravy on this, guys. This is my big jug of kitchen bouquet that my buddy Chef Jeffrey, Mr. Old School Soul Food, sent me. He actually sent me 2 of these things. I haven't opened the second one yet. And once we get the kitchen bouquet down in there, we're gonna go ahead and just give it a little mix just to move these around a little bit. Now I'm gonna cover that, and we're gonna let that thing just simmer on a nice medium heat for about a good hour and a half. Alrighty, guys, I am back, and this is maybe about 2.5 hours or so after I let this thing cook all the way down. I did add a little water once, but other than that, I didn't have to keep adding any water to it. I did come back and I had maybe about a cup and a half of water to it, and that was it. But I have it turned off right here now because I had something else I had to do, so I couldn't really see. That's nice and tender. I had something to do, and I couldn't add my flour slurry to it right then, so I just had it turned off. Alright, once I was back, got my heat back, got it back boiling, then I was going to add this flour slurry to it here. And I trimmed some of that excess fat off, and we're going to let this boil maybe for about another 15 minutes or so until it thickens up the way that I like it. Always trust the process, guys. Don't mind if you see a little ball of flour inside of there. It is definitely going to cook out. Just cover it and turn your fire up to kind of medium high, and it will definitely cook out. So that is exactly what I did. Covered it and let it cook for about 15 minutes. This is what we have right here, guys. And I'm glad I came back to it because it wanted to stick on the bottom a little bit. Eventually I got it loosened up. We got some nice good oxtails right here. Absolutely beautiful. Check the gravy on it. See, it has a nice good brown gravy. Nice smooth gravy. Little bit of excess oil on it that I'm skim off, take my videos, thumbnails, and we're gonna give it a try, guys. Alright, guys, coming in with a real quick taste test here. This is my Sunday dinner, some nice good oxtail done right on the stove. Don't need to go in the oven or anything. We're gonna jump right into this thing, guys. I'm gonna give this a quick taste test. Haven't done any rice or mashed potatoes or anything yet. Alright, I'm gonna show y'all. I hope y'all can see that. This thing is absolutely tender. So tender. That's not blurry. Got a little fat on that end like Chef Jeffrey likes. Alright, we'll give this a taste test. See that fat jiggling? Oh boy. Boy. Okay. Taste test is over. I mean, that is seasoned so good. Nice and tender. So much flavor in that. Marinating for a few days before I actually cooked it. That's good. I'm not going to put my fork back in that, but I'm going to tear that up. Alrighty, guys, these oxtails came out absolutely wonderful, nice and flavorful, tasty, tender. This was absolutely delicious. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. And please subscribe to the channel if you are new. And you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest. Cooking and Chilling with Kenny, and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget the hashtag. Just be a blessing to someone. Peace.